Talking 2K podcast is sponsored by Players Over Profits. Because my team is so bad. What's good, each and every one of you? Mojo here, and I got a banger just for you. We're about to talk 2K and specifically my team in general, and I have a special treat just for you. I have, as a special guest, my man, JC2K in the building. He really needs no introduction, but let me tell you this right now. He is such a key figure in this community. He speaks on anything and everything my team, and he is with us today. What is good, JC? What's going on, bro?
What's going on, dude? I appreciate you having me on, man. I'm excited to be here. This is fun for me, man. I always enjoy doing these podcast style things. I've done a few of them before. They're always fun to do. And my team is in a controversial, well, I don't know if controversial place is the right way to say it. It's in a bad place, honestly, put bluntly right now. And I think there's a lot to talk about for sure. So I'm excited to be here. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, there is plenty. And the last time we got together was during the R Team podcast. Shout out to Jazz and them, you know. And we discussed a lot in the past. I'll say this: we're not here specifically. I can't speak for him, but for me, I'm not here to rant. No, I'm here to report the news and to tell what's really going on in this mode. And there's a lot to discuss. There's a lot to throw on the table, and let's just get right into it. Season 2, JC. It is right now at an abysmal state. How did we come from the first 2 weeks of my team, where it seemed so great, seemed so promising, man, seemed so real, and the next thing you know, just dropped off, and now we have the worst season probably in 2K MyTeam history?
Honestly, I don't really know. It's disappointing because this year started off with a lot of promise. I mean, the seasonal stuff in season 1 was great. And I mean, here's my thing. I think a lot of people know me as the guy who complains about 2K. I really think to a lot of people, that's what I am. I don't want to be that. I want them to give me reasons to be positive. You know what I mean? And when they do, I'll give them credit. My videos had a very positive tone for the most part the first couple weeks this year. They always are when like All-Star break last year, for example. If they give me good content to work with and stuff that's good for the community, I'm going to give my positive opinion because I'm going to give my honest opinion regardless. Right now, man, I don't know. They just must not have been making much money. That's the honest truth. I think they went too aggressive with the pacing. I think the seasonal rewards were a lot better than the pack content they were dropping besides Tuesday content. I think they dropped Wild Gems content, like way too many cards at once, as well as too aggressively paced with the exchange cards. And I just think they probably didn't see the return that they were hoping for financially. And they said, okay, we're going to squeeze. And they took away everything that people enjoyed in season 1 with the idea being, and I think it's probably worked in the past, you make it harder for people to grind the game, they're going to spend more money. I think it's worked in the past, 100%. I think that's why they're going back to it. I just think the community as a whole is so fed up now that a lot of people, instead of giving into that, are just like, I'm done. And even the whales, the people who are willing to spend a lot, I think a lot of them are like, I'm done. It's just not it for me right now. And I wonder, I don't know. We'll see. Because the honest truth is, 2K's actions will tell me what's working and will tell us what's working and what's not at the end of the day. But it'll be interesting to see how things change because I don't think I've ever seen the community as united as they are right now towards the just disaster that is season 2 so far in my team.
Disaster is a perfect word. I mean, listen, when you saw the tweet where they was dropping 20 rewards, okay, to me, it seemed all well and dandy. It seemed cool. It seemed like it was a promising season. I'm not going to lie. We only had 3, you know, with the Sigma, the Kid, and the Rice. Cool. But they dropped off 5 pink diamonds and then the diamonds and the Emmys. And then I watched your video, okay? I was
actually, to start that video, I was like, this might not be too bad. I could see these cards being good. And then I pull up 2KDB and I'm looking at the Opal Hidden Gem versions and stuff. I'm like, oh no, these cards are all gonna be terrible. Yeah, I could tell immediately. I was like, oh no, this is gonna be bad.
It was. And I'll go down the line right now. I'm looking at John, man, Hondo, who was a My Team legend, My Team beast with 78 speed, if I'm not mistaken. Sidney Moncrief right now, as I look at this, bro.
56 3 ball.
56 3 ball.
Elton Brand 77 speed, 43. Mitch Richmond plays no defense, can't dunk. He's the best of all the cards, and he's still not good. And Wes Unseld's missing a ton of badges, and he's a 6'7" power forward. None of the cards are good.
What can you do with that? I mean, I know I'm not playing, and I don't have the best team, but I have a decent team. Okay, but let me ask you this: what can you do with these cards? I mean, it's really hurting not only the comp, not only the casual, not only the no money spend, not only the hell, it's hurting everybody. I need to still understand what they thought. I'd rather have 2 good cards than 20 bad ones. That's all I know at this stage of the game. I mean, my team, do they even hear us? Do they even understand, do they even play the game? The people out there, that's what I want to know. Not to take shots, but if you actually play the game, most of these cards, if not all, are unusable, correct?
I think they know that, though, to be totally honest. I don't think they're unaware. I think they just don't particularly care, to be totally honest. I wonder who the decision makers are when it comes to my team content specifically. Whose idea was it to nerf the rewards this much? Was this something they had planned from the beginning of the year? Because you would think they'd be planning out their content structure for months in advance. And if that was the plan, why would you drop such good content in season 1 and then such terrible in season 2? Is it a bait and switch? Do they think it's going to work and they're going to hook people with season 1 good cards and then people are going to be stuck? Because I don't think that's how this is working. I think a lot of people are just like, I'm not playing the game this season, and I think that's a fair response. I asked the question on Twitter a few days ago, basically, of like, do they have a plan? I'm not sure they do. To be totally honest, I used to think there's got to be some sort of plan here. I almost wonder if there are people like with a serious long-term plan. Do they have a blueprint for how they want this year of my team to go? Or are they just pulling stuff out of there and just figuring it out as they go? I mean, this season felt like a panic almost, like response of like, oh, we didn't make enough money in season 1. We're taking everything they enjoyed away. They took away the hidden gem pack for 20 wins and showdown on a weekly basis. They took away the pink diamond hidden gem in the exchange. They made domination pay to play somehow. What are you doing? You made domination. They market domination in the menus as great place to start. And that's what I tell people. Domination is a great place to start for people when you're first getting into my team often. It's not a great place to start if you need 10 cards from each team to even play the games.
Talk about it. $9.99 for Series 1 card. Come on.
They're trying to monetize domination now. They ruined salary cap. Now that's for another mode reward, which the mode rewards are all terrible. I don't know. It seems like pretty close to across the board, everything that people enjoyed from season 1, they said we're taking that away. And why would you do that unless you're panicking? I don't know. My thought is that this is a knee-jerk reaction that probably is going to backfire.
Well, if they want to send their players away to other modes such as Spark or any other mode in 2K, they are succeeding. They're succeeding. They want people to play now. They're succeeding. I don't understand. I don't get the logic right now. It just doesn't make any sense. Going back to the domination thing, which domination normally is just an easy, cool grind for a lot of people. And now they are monetizing it where you need 10 players in order to even play games.
It's annoying and it's dumb, but I'll be honest, if there wasn't escrow in the auction house, it'd be like, okay, this is stupid, but you really only need 20 KMT or so. You buy cards, you use them, you sell them back, you buy new cards. Like it'd still be annoying, but at least it's not the most annoying thing ever. Now you got to buy cards for every single team. You got to wait 30 minutes for every single card you buy before you can actually put them in your lineup. Otherwise, if you're not willing to wait, I mean, again, a lot of people aren't gonna be willing to wait, so they're just gonna go spend VC on these Series 1 packs and stuff. And it's just not everything has to be monetized. Not everything has to be about making money, in my opinion. Their company, their job is to make money. I get that. I honestly feel like we're seriously getting to the point where they would make more money making a better game. I know for years people have said, oh, they'd make more money with a happier community and more people playing the game, more people spending. To be totally honest, I think the last couple of years, they've made a crap ton of money off of an unsatisfied, unhappy community. But I think we're finally starting to actually reach the breaking point where it's not going to work anymore. That's my thing. You piss people off and you push them to the edge and you push them and you push them and you push them and you squeeze them for as much as you possibly can. And eventually, you're going to have a final straw that breaks the camel's back and it's not going to work anymore. I feel like we're starting to get to that point. That's my thought process anyway. But again, what they do over the next couple months will probably tell us whether I'm right or not.
I wholeheartedly agree. And I want to hit on this as well. I mean, they have nerfed so many rewards, not just in the online modes, also in offline modes such as Breakout or whatnot, are hidden gem packs, man. Are hidden the 95 plus. Listen, I was looking forward to grind Triple Threat Park for 350 wins. I was, or at least get 75 in Showdown or something. Okay. I mean, just for the 95 plus, because none of these 20 rewards that we have right now currently play for me. So I was hoping for that. and they take that away. They take away everything that we enjoy. And I just do not get it. Do you foresee one real quick? Do you foresee them bringing back hidden gems at all, or have they just completely like nixed the concept?
I mean,
You see it
the
coming
only
back.
place they're really in right now is King of the Court. King of the Court, if you get tier 1 or tier 2. Tier 2 is the guaranteed diamond hidden gem. Tier 1's the 5-card diamond option pack that generally includes a couple of hidden gems and a couple of like regular premium players. So besides that, I mean, I hope so as the year progresses. I really don't know though, because the honest truth is last year, obviously they did hidden gems and then they dropped new cards as the year progressed. I think this year they may still just drop all these hidden gems up until All-Star Break or whatever. And these are the cards we're getting for the most part on Fridays, just like last year up until that point. And then they just drop. Now I could see them kind of doing it like they did last year, where I think it'll be very similar to last year, where they'll just use up all these hidden gems, or most all these hidden gems anyway. But I don't know if they're going to bring them back as rewards. I think they should, but I mean, we haven't even mentioned the seasonal rewards. Like they replaced all these amethyst and diamond premium packs with amethyst and diamond packs from the season 2 rewards, which are those 10 amethyst, 5 diamonds that are all terrible. Like they really went through and systematically nerfed almost everything there is to nerf in the game in terms of rewards. And so I'd like to be like, oh yeah, season 3 will be better. They'll bring back hidden gem stuff. But at that point, to be totally honest, as we get later on in the year, the hidden gems lose value because we're already getting to the point where there's less and less of the good diamond hidden gems left in the diamond hidden gems, because they drop a lot of the good ones in packs to sell packs. And eventually that's going to be the case with the pink diamonds too. They're going to have dropped most of the good names. And so the value and the potential return on those packs gets worse as the year progresses as well. So I wouldn't be surprised to have them put that back in for season 3. But by season 3, a 96 plus pink diamond hidden gem pack, there's gonna be a really good chance you get something that's completely useless. So I don't know, will they reintroduce it at some point? Probably in some form, but probably not as well as they did in season 1, where I really will say, I mean, for all the criticisms that I had of season 1, where I just think the day-to-day, week-to-week content was bad, the seasonal content was really good. You could build quite a heck of a free squad with the mode reward players and all the different hidden gem packs you could earn throughout the season. So I don't know. Will that come back? I don't think so.
That's tough to hear. That really is. Let me get your take in comment section that is watching right now. Let me get your take. Scale to 1 to 10. How would you rate this season? Honestly, season 2, just from the outset, first weekend. Let me know.
I mean, dude, I don't think I can not say a 1, to be honest. I think we kind of all agree. I think general consensus, this is probably the worst season they've ever dropped. If that's not a 1, I don't know what is. You know what I mean? I don't know if it could get much worse than this, to be totally honest. Maybe I'll give him a 1.5 because Chris Bosh is a good level 40 card. I'll give him like maybe I could go 2 if I'm being really generous. Because Bosh is a good card, but he's like the only good card from the entire season that's earnable. Like literally the only one. Joe Johnson's half okay, I guess. Robert Ory's not the worst, but to be honest, those cards are worse than a lot of cards you can get for free from season 1. So
right. Smith, he's not bad, but what do we really have?
You're right, but he's not great.
Yeah, he's not great, exactly. But I mean, compared to what we have right now, it is just. I'm looking everyone right now, and I am going to rant right here. Just maybe just talk about it just briefly. I'm looking at the season 2 rewards, and now, guys, I go down the line. I'm looking at the pro pass, the hot pass. I'm looking at Smith. I'm looking at the level skips and all that. I'm looking at all of these My Team rewards, and it's just not rewarding. Instead of the hidden gems pack, they replace them with the packs that we're going to get anyway, okay, within the season. Matter of fact, I received an AMI option pack out of my queue, okay? Opened it up, chose Alex English, and then I played a few games and whatnot and received another pack, and guess who I pulled again? Alex English. And guess how much MT I got for that? 800. Not to mention, I couldn't add it to exchange. I couldn't put it through a half exchange. Nothing. That's what I got. This is our season right now. And it is, as I said from the get, abysmal. And it just makes no sense where the content is at this point. The state of my team, unfortunately, is really not good. To come from this to all the way down here below the belt is really nasty work. It's wild, man. It's diabolical. I don't even know how many more words I can add to it. It's just horrific to see. And everyone, content creators, regular deglers, people, just everybody, my team enthusiasts, we are hating this right now. We're dreading this right now. I, as a content creator, watch other people's videos such as yours, JC and whatnot, and the amount of my team videos geared, unfortunately, towards that one simple subject, which my team is at a irreparable state. It's sad. It's really sad. You, Ty, mentioned so many. Okay, right now, MG, I just saw a video. It is so many right now saying the same thing. And the worst part about it is that 2K simply does not care. And I don't think they're going to do anything about it. I mentioned, and I'm going to veer off the subject here shortly, but I mentioned that there are other modes than my team that you can enjoy. Like for me, for instance, the last few weeks I've been playing Park and enjoying it. Now, I'm not going to advocate and say buy VC and go build it, make a build or whatnot. No, go make a build, have fun, just go out there and hoop. That's what it's all about. Go play with your homies. Join your crew. Whatever the case may be, it's way more fun. And if you spend, it's way more cheaper over there. Okay, it's way more cheaper. Now, I'm not trying to get into Park, but I'm telling you, my team is at a place, man, it's just not friendly for any of us. I don't care if you have it like that, if you have money, if you don't have money, no matter what class or what, no matter who you are, man, it's just not fun. And as I just look at the rewards or the lack thereof, it's just not hitting on what it used to be. This is giving me like level 40 Trae Young vibes.
I mean, that was a terrible level 40 card, but I feel like the game as a whole was probably at a much better point back then. I mean, the sad part is you're right. I don't know if it really is going to get better in the near future. Eventually, they're probably going to have to do something to bring back people back in. Like, I think there's going to be some sort of bone, and it'll be false hope, I'm sure. But there'll be some sort of bone they'll try to throw to people to bring people back in. But for this season, for the next few weeks, I don't see it. I mean, they dropped challenges today for double rep. That was the first challenge group of the season. Like, because that's what people are wanting is double rep.
Right.
They're not trying to drop things that are positive for the community. They don't care. I mean, they really don't. It's all about money. But
JC, it concerns me. Okay, not to interrupt, but it concerns me because tomorrow is what? NBA. It returns. And we have NBA's back.
We might get a challenge group, maybe. Last year they did an NBA's backpack drop thing with like 4 cards, and they gave us a challenge group. We might get some. More likely than not, we're getting more Wild Gem Super. We'll find out here. We're recording this like Monday afternoon, before leaks come out for anything. We'll probably getting Wild Gem Super Packs with 5 more exchange cards, pink diamonds, that are going to be like very, very expensive, very, very good cards that almost nobody can get, and the only way to get them is spend a ridiculous amount of MT or a bunch of money, and it's just how it's going to be, honestly.
It's sad. It's sad right now. By the way, on that, if you have like wild gems in your auction house that you've not sold, like diamonds and ammies, hold them because they could be used for those exchanges. Just a real quick tip right there. Market move right there, FYI. JC, let's get on this right now. KOTC, another debacle, another sham, another boost fest. I mean, you can call it what you want, man. It needs restructuring. I do know that. And for somebody like yourself who is competitive, somebody like yourself that knows the game in and out like the back of their hand, how do you really feel about KOTC? We're going to week 7 and it's just looking kind of bad. I mean, the way it's set up doesn't look right.
The format is really disappointing. I mean, there have been multiple weeks already that have been won by intentional or unintentional boosting. Counting on 2K to get it right in terms of the winners is sketchy in of itself. And the rewards are, I mean, they were actually, I thought the first week pretty good, but of course they nerfed the rewards after that. Tier 3 was getting a diamond hidden gem. Tier 2 was getting a 3-card option pack, and Tier 1 was getting a 5-card option pack, or maybe it was a 2-card option pack and a 5-card option pack. But then they were nerfed that after week 1, because that was too good. Too many people getting rewarded. You can't have that. The format is terrible. It really is more based on just getting lucky and matching one of either two things. Either somebody who's really bad at the game, who stays in the game the whole time and you win by a ton, or somebody who knows who you are and lets you win. That's happened several times for people who are, to be totally honest, there are no consequences for that. And there's no, right. I mean, I don't know what 2K can do about it, to be totally honest. It's like the format has now put the community in a weird spot and 2K in a weird spot where it's like, there's no winning almost, I feel like, with it. Mm-hmm. And I think it's very tough for just a normal person competing, even a very, very elite player, to win legitimately. I think that's very, very difficult. I think a lot of the people winning, even the people who are officially getting the win, are in some form or fashion benefiting from some level of illegitimacy to their run. And look, it's because we have a format that isn't based on the best players playing the best players for money. It's a format that's based on getting lucky on a week-to-week basis. And that's probably intentional, because then they can kind of market it to more people, and maybe more people think they have a chance to win and more people will spend money. Who knows? Maybe that's the goal with the format that isn't really set up to benefit the best players beating the best players. That being said, at the same time, I generally do think the cream are going to kind of rise to the top regardless. You know what I mean? So I will say, to a certain extent, you see the best players winning still. So give credit to those people, but it's a flawed format, and it's a format that people are just going to try to cheat all year, and sometimes will succeed 100%. And I just, it's disappointing.
Shout out to Ebans, by the way. He won 13K.
Yeah, congrats to him, his first one of the year.
Congrats to him, man. It just seems like the rewards, man, just it's not cool for any of us. Like be honest with you, tier 3, what is it? The 90 plus, tier 2, 92 plus, and tier 1 is the option pack, pardon me. But I feel like there should be more incentive. And not only more incentive for guys like myself that will get to tier 1 and whatnot, but for guys like you that will make the top 10. Like, I feel like the 10K is cool, but add some more cash incentives, like 1K, 3K, something like that. To just throw it out there, man. More VC. I don't know, man. It just needs a whole restructure. I don't know.
That's something that honestly, I don't expect anything to change, especially this year. 2K has never shown an initiative to really shift a format like this in the middle of the year. I don't think the format's going to change. I do think other esport competitive scenes have done far better jobs in the past. I mean, we can look at Madden. Madden is probably the closest comparison to 2K as another very popular American sport video game. Their competitive scene has prize pools that are, number one, I would say pretty significantly larger than 2K's. Number two, they have in-person LAN events. Number three, they have prize pools that reward multiple people who succeed, who play, not just the top guy on a week-to-week basis, or in the past King of the Court, or sorry, 250K, where you had a 200K winner and then a 50K winner for second place, or whatever the case may be. But even then, you have one or two people winning. I really think there has been a lot of opportunity to have a more robust competitive scene that is rewarding to more players. And even if you're not going to reward multiple people with different cash prizes or whatever, why not add an MT prize for each tier? Why not add a top 10 additional prize for the people who would finish top 10? If you finish top 10, then instead of getting a diamond option pack, you get a pink diamond pack. Like, why not? There are so many different ways that they could improve the reward system to make it more accessible towards more people. And the honest truth is, I just don't think they have any interest in rewarding the community more. King of the Court or any other area, I don't think it's any different. I think their whole thought process is the more we reward people, the less they're going to spend. I don't think that's true, but they don't consistently make this mode in a way where there is an opportunity for that to be to build a viewer base and a player base that is willing to consistently spend. Because I used to be one of those people. Like, I'm fully willing, if the game was in a good state, to spend $100 every couple weeks. But this year, before the year even, I was like, I'm not doing it. That's why I've been doing my pro money spent thing all year. And I think people, they've lost so much of the low money spend a little bit here in their community at this point, that just won't do it. And it's like, you could have a very large community with a lot of those people, or you can have this community with very few people who spend a lot. And I guess that's just, to them, that seems to be the method of choice. I still have a hard time believing in the sustainability of that at this point.
Very good, man. I'll give 2K credit for this. I'll give them credit for this. They brought back the cash incentive, 10K each week is a dub. However, the system has been flawed. Let's go into Madden real quick. The MCS, they give out $1.5 million in prizes. That's a lot of dough. Not to mention their system's so much better with the ladder system, which I love, and then the events, live events. I mean, that
it's based on the best players playing against the best players to qualify, and then it's based on the best players playing against the other best players who qualify in front of a lot of people, big audience. They got the MCS card that they do each time. I know drops were glitched for this last MCS, but a lot of people. I feel like there's actually a decent amount of hype about Madden competitive. People enjoy it. And it may, to be completely honest, it's possible it's like not profitable for Madden to do MCS, just based on just the, like, are they making the money back that they spend on these live events and on the prize pool. Maybe not specifically from the competitive aspect of things, but I mean, 2K, this is all sponsored by AT&T anyway. This isn't even coming out of 2K's pocket at this point. I just think having a robust competitive scene is good for a video game. And 2K doesn't have that, period, at this point. There's no 2K League. There's no, I mean, Pro-Am doesn't have a real comp scene anymore even. There's no money in this game. There's just not. And then the one area where there is money in the game, it's one person, and it's an extremely flawed system that doesn't really reward the best play against the best.
That's very good. That's very good take. And you would think 2K would put on their players or you know, sponsor us, you know. And speaking of which, to pivot, my man JC, he's sponsored. He's sponsored by Flare AI. A lot of people love it. There's a lot of people that don't. I'm gonna tell you, I'm one that love it. I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
I appreciate you.
I just want to let you know that right now. We don't have to speak on it heavy, but I'll say this. Everyone out here, that is what we need right there. Listen, sponsorships create competition. In my view, in my opinion, that's what I was talking to him previous to this right here, man. That what's happening with the Flare AI or any type of sponsorship is a dub, and we need more of that. And anybody doesn't like it, man, they either hate or they just don't got it like that, and it's just too bad, too sad. That's my opinion. He's not saying it. I am. Okay, that's from Mojo's mouth. With that being said, JC, speak on that briefly, and we'll move on from that, man.
Well, the Flare AI, it's a really cool partnership. Flare AI's CEO is a guy named Scott. He reached out to me last year and basically gave me his account when he was done playing the game for the year and let me use it for content. And then this year hit me up and was like, hey, I wanted to sponsor you with my new company. I think it'd be really fun to do this as a sponsorship. It'd be cool for me. It'd be cool for you. It's like a win-win opportunity. It's great. I think marketing for them. It's good opportunity for me. It's, believe it or not, I know the amount of money put into the game on the Flare AI account, and likely that will be put in later on in the year once the game hopefully gets in a better state. As of right now, we're not spending on the Flare AI account. I mean, I encourage all the whales and the people, just let's at least take a break from spending. Like, let's try to see if we can encourage some positive change. But yes, I think there's a certain level of frustration but for a couple of different reasons, I guess. But it's a really cool opportunity. It's a blessing for me. I think it's a win-win opportunity between me and the company. And it's, believe it or not, the amount of money that they're spending on this account is like a drop in the bucket for their marketing budget. Like, for an individual, spending this type of money on the game it seems irrational, you know what I mean, to spend that type of money on the game. But for them, it's a very different situation. So it's a win-win opportunity, and it's an opportunity that I hope we see more of in the community in the future. You know what I mean? Different types of sponsorships are good for the creators, and it's good for the community. When you bring more money and more exposure and more stuff into the community, that's a positive, I think. And I think it has the ability to hopefully expand. And if the game was in a better state, maybe there'd be more of this going for other people as well. I mean, I'd really love to see this type of thing become more common, and different types of sponsorships and different types of opportunities and tournaments and stuff like that happening in the community because of outside influences and companies and things like that have the ability to financially benefit the community. Like, I think there's a lot of stuff that could come from this, I hope, in the future. We'll see.
Exactly. And going to this topic right here, and again, congrats. It is really like night and day from what I used to see to now. We used to have community creator codes. We used to have creator streams. We used to see a lot like HTB streaming. We used to see a lot of people in the community like streaming, you know what I'm saying, and putting on for the community, and 2K putting on for them. And as content creators, it is just kind of like disheartening to see that they don't do that anymore. And I just don't know why. Like I feel like this in 2K. I really feel like you should and could and really, like, not now, but right now, invest in your people, invest in your community, invest in MyTeam. It doesn't make any sense that we have all these great creators such as the Tide Evo, such as JC's, such as Splash, and all these, you know, these great creators, E-Bands, and you're not really using them, you know? We could have so much content right now, so many live events, so many so much, but it's a dead mode. And I want to bring a quote and let me get your take on this. DBG, shout out to Mick. I watched a video of his, and he said that MyTeam is a dying ship. Okay, and I completely agree. Okay, and I want to quote Mick. He says that young people, okay, they do not play MyTeam anymore. If you want to get high views and make entertaining videos, your viewers have to be young. And personally, I agree with that 100%. I ain't saying it's an unks game, but it's definitely not a young people's game. Like when I was young. Okay, when I started my team, I was young. And now as I got grown older, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm still hooping, but it's like they don't want to play. They're out there in the park. They're out there in the rec. They're out there hooping in other modes play now. You know what I'm saying? They're like, forget my team. And that's why we don't see, like, our views, man, have gone down dramatically. It's just not, unless you open in packs, which if you are cool, whatever the case may be. But unless you're doing that or doing any type of breakdown video, whatnot, nobody's watching, man.
I wish the game mode was thriving more. I think a few years ago, 2K21, 2K22, 2K23 even, there was a much stronger sense of community, I think, overall. There were, I mean, thousands of people participating in different communities in this game, whether it be the competitive community when people like Ty and Splash were pulling thousands of viewers for different 250K things and like that. And these tournaments are pulling in a lot of viewership, or even the casual community with the level 40 grinds back when that was an actual grind, and the level 40 wall that Floki would put together each season that had hundreds of people on it.
Shout out Floki, man.
Like you have all these, there was all these different stuff. And again, community locker codes like Mojo talks about, and these streamers who were partnered with 2K throughout the weekend, each weekend with these new content drops and consistent things to do in the game. And that's how you build a strong community with a lot of people who are interested in playing your game and are willing to give you money. That you can monetize a big community like that without being so predatory and squeezing them for everything they're worth. And I think SDS has done a really good job of that with MLB. That game is in a great state this year, and people, I think, for the most part, have had a blast. I think it's been a really successful year for them, and that's going to continue to grow. You see the MLB streamers, Daddy Demu and your friend Kyle, and these other big MLB content creators that have a much larger viewer base and a much stronger community than anything we see in my team, period. And honestly, that extends to other modes in 2K as well. But it's especially true about my team, and it's becoming true about Madden as well. And it's just kind of sad to see these modes fade away and fall away in relevancy. Obviously, I as a content creator want to see the mode thrive because more views means more money for me at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like at the end of, that's what we want. We want a strong, thriving community that has the opportunity for a lot of people to grow and succeed in content creation. And then also for the people who aren't creating content, just play the game for fun. The point is to have fun. Nobody's having fun in my team right now.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And I'll say this. It used to be something. It used to be something for me to go out there and grind because it's what I aspired to, do. When I saw somebody like a Most Ball and grind, I was like, I want to aspire to be that smooth back in the day. I wanted to grind like him, man. I want to have heart like that. I wanted to play like that. You know what I'm saying? When I watched Troy Dan rip packs, I said, I want to be that. I wanted to be that entertainment type of guy that have that factor. You know what I'm saying? There is nothing to aspire to be in my team because it's broken and quite possibly dying. Do you, JC, feel like my team is dying as we speak?
Yeah, I do. I think the growth potential at this point in this game is really low. I think if you are an established content creator, especially somebody like an HTB who has a viewership base that watches him for more than just my team, I think he's in a great spot in that respect. I think Troy Dan's in a great spot with that in that respect. But I also think there are very few creators in the community that are in that spot at this point, and I think it's extremely tough to get to that spot at this point. Even for somebody like a Ty or a me or other people who are consistent in my team content and have, I would say, generally speaking, pretty established communities at this point, the growth potential beyond that at this point feels very small. It's very stagnated, and I think it's tough for a new creator to break in and grow a following in my team because the content is so unoriginal and uninspiring. There's not a lot to work with in terms of, I mean, a couple of years ago, you had the people like SP2K and other people like that making sniping content and these God Squad building content videos and creative different styles of content that almost aren't viable anymore. Like there's just so little opportunity for creativity and quality, interesting content. And then there's a small community that's tough to grow and break into anyway. It's just, I think for content, it's tough. I think for people's enjoyment, it's tough as just the average player getting home and loading up your Xbox or your PlayStation. People don't want to click on the My Team mode anymore, man. They're going to go play Park or they're going to go play some other game. And honestly, I don't blame them. I don't see why there's not much incentive right now to play My Team. I really don't see it.
It really is, and it's sad. It's sad where it's going, and there's nothing more that I can say beyond that because I don't want to come off all gloomy and whatnot. I'm just reporting the news. This is what's happening in my team,
I
and it's
want it to get better.
looking.
I want it to
I
get
want it
better,
too.
but I
We
don't know if
all
it's
do.
going to. I really don't.
We have bled, we've sweat, we've cried over this game, I've spent. Okay, I'm just telling you right now, we have given to this game. It just feels like they're not giving back. You hear what I'm saying? Comment section. It feels like they're not giving back. There's no reciprocity at all, and that right there is a problem. I really feel like this. We need somebody that can be the buffer between corporate and community, and we don't have that. We don't have that middleman to speak up for us. Okay, to say, hey, what's really going on? Because whoever's pressing those proverbial buttons is doing a horrible job. And I don't mean to call anybody out, but right now, as it said, season 2 is one of the worst, if not the, it is the worst. It's not probably, it is the worst season I've ever seen and a lot of creators has ever seen. And it doesn't look like it's getting any better. If you, JC, just to pivot, if you were a dev though, what would you do to make just 2 or 3 things, key things you would do to tweak or to make this mode better, bro?
I honestly think in order for a long-term growth for this mode, they probably would have to sacrifice financial profits in a short-term level at this point because you have to bring people back. And the only way to bring people back is to reward them for playing and do it on a relatively consistent basis for a while at a level that would probably take away from their profits. And that's why I don't think that's really going to happen, because in order for things truly to get revived, would likely for a while lose 2K a little bit of money. But I think you can rebuild your community if you were to drop quality, like hypothetical, if they were to drop a Halloween event where every single card is actually attainable to be grinded for, and there's 2 or 3 really, really good cards in there, and there's no pay to win chase card, and all of a sudden you boost pack odds a little bit. And if you want to include extra boosted pack odds where most of the cards are unsellable, even like they did with there was a pack drop they did in 2K23 with the Galaxy Opal Ben Simmons and a few other cards where you had like boosted odds, but some of the cards you'd pull were unsellable, and even things like that where people at least could get the cards they wanted a lot more accessibly. That's how you start, I think, with an event that's accessible for people and brings people back in. Kind of like the All-Star event last year. In a lot of ways was that. There were a couple of pay-to-win gate-kept cards, but there was a lot of positive about that. And you could make a ton of MT from that event with the Diamond Shoe Exchange and the takeovers and things like that last year. And look, I think there is real potential there that something like that, and then continued into slightly better pack odds and more consistent daily, weekly content stuff to do, would bring people back into the game mode, but they would probably not make a ton of money off. I mean, I guess boosted pack odds will make them some money, but they're probably not going to make as much money off of these whales who are willing to spend $1,000 on packs to try to get Pink Diamond Joel Embiid or Pink Diamond Scottie Pippen from season 1, or for example, or whatever. Like, they can continue to drop that type of stuff and probably make a decent amount of money, maybe, sorta. I don't know. I that's where I wonder, like, have they reached the breaking point yet where they're not going to make money anymore? I don't know. But I think they would probably have to sacrifice profits a little bit in the short term to bring people back in. But I think if they did that, then you can have a robust community where you just have decent pack odds. They don't have to be as good as they used to be, but better than they are. People will open. If they have a chance, if there's a 1% chance of pulling a Pink Diamond, a lot more people are going to open packs than if there's a 0.1% chance at a Pink Diamond. It's just the truth.
And tired of less than 1% odds. My goodness.
Like, I don't think it's rocket science, but I also think it's going to take a lot more work and a lot more effort into the mode than has been put into the mode the last couple of years. And it's probably the first quarter they went to try to make things better, they'd probably lose some money, and they'd look at the financial numbers and they'd be like, oh no, this isn't working. We got to squeeze. We got to take it back. We got to make money. We got to get people to open packs and nothing else. And I just think if they were to consistently, over a more significant period of time, rebuild that community, then you're going to get the people who are spending $100, $50 a week or a month or whatever, a lot more of those people back. And the NBA is a massive fan base, and a lot of those fans play video games. But 2K has this negative stigma around it at this point, especially my team has this negative stigma around it where people don't even want to touch it. And I don't blame them. You have to undo that stigma, and it's going to take time to do that. And realistically, I don't think they're willing to sacrifice financially for that to happen. And that's why I'm hesitant to believe that it's actually going to happen, honestly.
That's good talk right there. And my team's down bad whenever they're talking about bringing back the player market. Okay, pre All-Star player market was cool, but even I said in our team podcast that in the long run it was not going to work. And guess what? When Reem dropped, it was curtains,
Well,
man. I mean,
they didn't make enough money. They didn't make enough money from the player market. It was a little too user friendly. And then the only way that they could figure out to make it less user friendly or to make more money out of it was just to ruin the user friendliness of it entirely and take all the cards people wanted out of the player market. 2K's never been good at finding balance. You got to find balance between free content and paid content. And for a company like them that's trying to make money, they have a really hard time finding that balance. I feel like.
Comment section. Let me know how you feel about this. Should the player market come back? Let me know right now. Let me hear your thoughts. Let me get your takes. I know we're gonna have a lot of comments. I just want to know, do y'all really want that back? I mean, is it better than the 1% odds that we see? Is it better than
if they brought the player market back? They would bring it back in some terrible, scummy way, and there would be nothing. Like, come on, let's not fool ourselves into thinking, 2K is going to bring back the player market, and every card you want's going to be in the player market for a reasonable amount of MT. Like, come on. Y'all think that 2K is going to come back with the player market and not do it something similar like they did in 2K24, where gatekeeping a ton of cards to where you got to spend a ton of money? And like, come on, we know this company's not going to do that.
Paywall is real. One way or another, they're going to get theirs. Okay, it's just the bottom line. They're a business. Okay, a multi-billion-dollar business at that, but they are going to get theirs at the end of the day. Okay, so we've had one of the worst starts in NBA MyTeam history. Things are just looking gloomy and doomy. I mean, we have talked and ranted and raved and preached and spat and said everything we can consider my team. Going forward, what do you see with the future of my team? I'm not just talking about in the weeks to come, but I'm talking down the line with season 3, season 4. We're due a opal for those that got that edition. The what's it called? The Leave It.
When do we get that opal? When is that? Is that in January?
Yeah.
Is that in January or I forget when that is? Even
Leave No Doubt. I said Leave It Alone edition. Leave No Doubt edition.
Feels like we're playing the Leave It Alone edition right now. You don't want to play the
game. Yeah. Hold on.
There's going to be one Galaxy Opal for free and one Invincible for free in May. The Galaxy Opal will be in December. And the Invincible will be in May.
The disparity between the two, Jesus, man.
It's probably going to be a RNG pack as well that likely is Galaxy Opal Tony Parker and Invincible John Stockton. So
it's Johnny, man. I knew it. It's going to be John. I feel it, bro. I feel it in my bones. It's going to be John Stockton. Whatever I rip, whatever I pull, it's going to be Johnny. I just know it. And the Leave No Doubt, the Leave It Alone edition, whatever the case may be, we got that coming along. But I mean, down the line, the future just seems blight. It doesn't seem bright. It really seems dim, man. And I don't know what to do. We've said that a lot today. We don't know what to do. We don't have the answers. They should have the answers. And it just doesn't make any sense where the content's headed. I'm looking right now at my team, and I can tell you this is not the game that we knew. This is not the game I know you knew. This is not the game we love. And just to break it all down, I really feel like this is that they're going to have to do a major overhaul, at least by season 3, to get a lot of people back, because people are leaving. Their people are leaving, there's the faithful that's staying and, trying to, hang in there. But the content is just so dry. I mean, there's not even nothing to grind for. You really want me to grind for a Westland Sale? I don't know. I love Louisville. Okay. I know he was Rookie of the Year MVP the same year, but 6-7 at the 4-5. No, I don't need Hondo. I'm sorry. I mean, there's so many Amis that are better than that right now. Let's be fair. Let's be real right now. There's so many cards that are dropping that are better than the rewards. Why would we use those? I mean, it would be something if we grinded for the whole 20 and then they gave us a crazy opal to lock in for. That would be something. Cool. But 2K, they're not going to do that. And it just doesn't make, again, any sense.
Well, let me say their next opportunity is Halloween. I'll say that. Their next opportunity is Halloween to maybe do something good. Do I think they will? Probably not, but maybe we'll see. I mean, if they're going to change something up, it'll be around Halloween time. And if they don't do anything Halloween, their next opportunity is Thanksgiving, basically. And Black Friday, that whole weekend. I bet we get half boxes Black Friday. But and then I guess you got Christmas, and then after that you got All-Star break, and there are moments and areas where they can definitely do some stuff if they want to re-spice up the game and get people back into it. The question is, are they going to take advantage of those opportunities? Are they going to try to use those as exclusively opportunities to just make more money with crappy pack odds and stuff. And like, I just don't think it's as sustainable this year. That's my honest truth. I don't think that they're losing whales. They're gonna lose whales. And I encourage you, if you're one of those people who spends a lot of money on the game, you're watching this video, I really do encourage you, like, just take a break, go spend money on something else for a while. If you got to get your fix on opening packs, go spend it on some other game. You know what I mean? But I just think that's all we can do as a community right now, is just not financially support it. And if you're not enjoying it, don't play it. That's another way to create change. It's just don't play the game, honestly.
That's really good. And I'm not calling for a strike. I have before. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I mean, I don't even think a strike is gonna put a dent in Take-Two Interactive's pockets. Let's be honest. However, I think we do need that community bond. I mentioned in my last video, speaking of My Team is Dying, is that we need to bring back that community bond. I know there's a lot of toxicity. I know there's a lot of stuff happening between, other people, even, content creators, whatever. I'm telling you right now, we all need to come together on this and speak out and say, as a collective, that this season, the state is just no good and something needs to change. Not in a week. Not a week. Now, I say not now, but right now a lot, but really today, we really need to stand up and say something and do something. As an organizer, okay, I believe in order to create change, you got to hit them where it hurts. We have to send in a message. And I'm not trying to involve and invoke emotion into it, but hear me out, man. Everybody, whether you are whether you're hella money spent, whether you're no money spent, whether you're budget baller, budget beast, whether you comp, whether you're casual, whether you're regular, whether you just here just to play the game, or you're brand new. Let me tell you something. If you're My Team, do not waste your bread on this. Do not go out here and fund them, man. Do not. You can do whatever what you want with your money. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I'm telling you right now, do not give these people your bread, because they're not giving anything out. They really are not. Yeah, LeBron would be cool. Yeah, cards like that, cards that you love. Maybe a Pink Diamond KD would be crazy. They're going to do something like that. Let me tell you something right now. We all need to come together and say, hey, we got to do something about this season. I don't know what that something is, but something must be done, something of reason. But if we come together and say the same thing, that's all I'm saying, we could possibly create change as a community.
I think it is totally possible that change could happen, but it's going to take a level of consistency that I don't know if this community has had much of in the past, in terms of just speaking with your wallet, really, more than anything else, and speaking with your time, speaking with your wallet. I think those are the two areas where the community's had a tough time being consistent with in the past. And if change is going to happen, it's going to come from that. I mean, that is, I think at its core, that's how this is going to work. If anything positive is going to change, it's going to be because of a consistent effort by a large portion of the community to speak with their wallets for a while. And hopefully that happens. And I think a lot of people as individuals are done with the game mode. I hope there is enough of that, and enough of those individuals who are still playing the game mode, even the whales out there, because I get it, when you got a ton of money, $100, $200 doesn't mean anything to you, and you don't care about spending that 450 KVC every single week, or that 700 KVC every week. It doesn't hurt your pockets. I get it, but for the community as a whole to benefit, I think there has to be probably more dramatic change this year.
You never know what 2K can do. I do believe they could change, but it's all up to them. My team, it's up to y'all. Okay, I'm adding you on this. It is up to y'all. I mean, we only can do what we can do. We spend our money, time, effort, everything. I mean, all we're asking is for reciprocity. To end this and to round it out, man, first, thank you, JC, for coming on, man. I just want to tell you again, thank you for being here, man, and sharing your views, sharing your thoughts. I mean, sharing everything about this mode and how you feel at the current state of My Team, and helping me to dissect this thing first and foremost. So I want to tell you, thank you, man, for being here. I appreciate it.
Of course, dude. I appreciate you having me. This is fun. I enjoy. Y'all know me, man. I'm happy to share my opinions. No hesitation. But I appreciate the opportunity, man. This is cool. I'm glad to help, and I don't know, maybe we'll do something like this in the future as well. Who knows? Maybe if they change some stuff, we could do more positive. I'd love to talk more positively about the game one of these days.
No, for sure,
they give
bro.
me the opportunity to do so.
And exactly, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying. I hate we hate to come in here and just say bad, but that's what we're given, you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is currently. But JC, man, you are awesome. And I mean this with respect. You have a brilliant mind. Thank you, man, for what you do for this community. And thank you for what you do, you know, with your own community, man. If you do not follow JC2K, check him out on Twitter. I believe it's _JC2. No, it's XJC2K, isn't it? Correct.
XJC2KX is my Twitter, at XJC2KX. And then just on YouTube, it's just JC2K.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. By the way, if y'all don't know, JC does play other games, and he's very good at it. I see him play. You know, Are you Madden this year?
I'm okay. I'm okay at other games. I'm decent at Madden. I haven't played it a lot this year, but I'm like, I'm okay at other games. I like to play other games, just not for content as much.
Oh man, you're tough. You're tough. He's lying, y'all. I'm just telling you, he's lying. That's it. Everybody, man, thank you so much, man, for watching. If you like this, man, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, again, subscribe to the Nation, Mojo Nation, and go follow JC on all socials, on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube. Thank y'all so much, man. Until the next one, God bless y'all. Be easy, don't be greasy. Mojo out. Thank you.
Peace.